Hey, welcome back. So we've been studying food chains and food webs, and you can see how all these are interconnected with each other. Like the food web is really multiple food chains put together that utilize the same organisms or eat the same food or whatever. So here we're going to be talking about the energy pyramid. And what this does is really just puts this all together in a pyramid. So it's the same thing as your food webs, but we're just now categorizing it. So again, at the bottom, just like on our food chain or food web, we always had our producer on the bottom. Okay, our producer is also called an autotroph because they automatically make their own food. And they are plants, as you can see here. And they're going to be on trophic level 1 because they're always first, right? Next, we have the herbivores, and this is trophic level 2. Herbivores eat producers, so they eat plants, and they're also called primary consumers. All right. They also call them first order heterotrophs because everything that consumes food is a heterotroph. Everything above here is a heterotroph. Everything below here is an autotroph because they automatically make their own food. But these guys from here up, they have to consume food. So they're all heterotrophs. Okay, so our next level is trophic level 3, and these are our secondary consumers. So these are where our carnivores start. And they're going to eat these guys primarily. So here's some pictures: a bird, a seal, a fox are examples. And I put here second order heterotrophs because they have to consume food, but they're going to consume usually the herbivores. Okay, then we have up here, this is going to be trophic level 4, and these guys are called tertiary consumers. They're also the top carnivore or the apex predator, meaning they're the top dog. They'll eat whoever they want. And we're saying here that it's a third order heterotroph because, again, it's not making its own food. It has to eat food. Therefore, it's a heterotroph. Sorry. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what is all this stuff here and here? That's weird, right? Okay, so we've kind of mentioned early on that energy is passed up to the next level. Okay, and it's called the 10% rule. So this is showing us that 10% of the energy from the producers is going to move up to the herbivores, the secondary consumers. Only 10% because the rest of the 90% is lost to our environment in the form of heat. So these plants had to grow, they had to perform photosynthesis and all that kind of stuff. So that's why only 10% goes up. So if we look here, we have the primary consumers, when they're eaten by the secondary consumers, only again 10% of that is going to go up to them, and so forth. So only 10% moves up the chain. The other 90% is lost as heat. Okay, because they have to live, they had to do all their functions, they chase after things, all that. So that's lost as heat energy. So if I say, for example, down here, I have this 1000, and this stands for kilocalories. So kilocalories is measuring energy. All right, so if I have 1,000 kilocalories, and you'll see this on the test, kilocalories. Don't let it freak you out. It's just telling you the amount of energy. So if I have 1,000 kilocalories in my trophic level 1 with my producers, and I know only 10% of it is going to move up, it would now be 100 kilocalories. Okay, because only 10% moved up. And an easy way to think about this is as we move up, we're going to lose a 0, okay, or whatever the last number is, right? So if I have 1,000 and I'm only sending up 10%, notice I have 100 and not 1,000. So the rest of this, the 900, right, which is 90%, is lost as heat to the environment. Okay, so now we're here with the primary consumers, and they got 100 kilocalories. Now, when these guys here eat them, they're only getting 10% of this. So again, notice how I either lose a 0 or the last number. So now I have 10%. And then if my top carnivore eats one of these guys here, it's only going to get 1% of the energy, because 10% of 10 is 1. So the rest of that energy is lost as heat to the environment. All right, and that's a good overview. So we're going to do some work in our notebook.